Staple has a Rebel rebound. Kendall turns and runs. She's not one to slow things down. Another perfect screen by Hatch, and this time it's Tingy with the finish on the left side.
Rich Rebel girls basketball is on.
Brown follows a screen inside right post. She missed the first shot, got her own board, and put it back up and in.
Coming off a second consecutive third-place finish at state, the Rebels return for the 2019-2020 season, with sights taking it to the next level.
Walentine, left corner three, her third triple of the quarter.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his 5th season on the bench.
She gets the pass in the right corner, three-point shot off the back of the iron, just missed by inches, but Brown chases down the Rebel rebound.
And with the athletes, the experience, and the will to win, the Rebels are ready to run.
Staple drives and floats from the left baseline and hits it.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com.
JC goes free throw line. Hatch pulls the trigger and knocks it down. Sydney Hatch with the bucket.
Ridge High School Hoops is presented by Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire of Evanston, by Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by Come On In of Casper, Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitor Bureau, The Store, and by MyLocalRadio.com.
Rebound, Rebels go the other way. Allie Walentine, perfect screen by Sydney Hatch. She just screened off the defense, and Allie finished on the left side with the drive.
And now, Rebel Roundball fans,
the Staple baseline jumper is good.
Put on your lucky socks, set your seat to full recline, and get ready to cheer on the Rebels.
Hatch stuffs it. Sydney Hatch having a great couple of series.
As we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good afternoon and welcome to KEMMERER High School, the home of the Rangers. We're in Fossil Country, at the Fossil Classic, as the Rebels open things up this weekend against the Little Snake River Rattlers. You're tuned in to Rich High School basketball on KEDQ FM 98.3 and MyLocalRadio.com. And Rich has, I don't know if they've ever faced Little Snake River, may have in the past prior to the year 2000, but I was talking with their coach, Jody Stanley, who's been coaching the Little Snake River for 34 years, plus she played for Little Snake River. She doesn't ever remember facing the Rich Rebels. We'll tell you more about today's matchup when we return on the Christopher Staple Family Scene Set here on Rebel Radio, KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at MyLocalRadio.com. Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Back at KEMMERER High School, where the Rebels will take on Little Snake River Rattlers this afternoon. On the court currently is the the Farson Eden varsity boys against the Jackson sophomores, and Farson Eden ran away with it 36-15 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. We welcome you back to our pregame show and jump into the scene set brought to you by the Christopher Staple family, Sunshine Staple, and the family wish the Rebels the best. The Rebels come in at 8-2 overall. They have not played a region game yet, nor has Little Snake River, the Rattlers. Rich comes in scoring 50 points a game and allowing about 38.5, almost 39 points per contest. That's a plus 10.5, almost 11 points if you do the math. Rich is winning by an average about 11 points. Little Snake River offense, 41 points a game. Defense allowing 46, so they're losing on an average of exactly 5 points per game. But Little Snake River, will tell you a little bit more about them here in a moment. They started off strong, and they've played some pretty tough teams in their last few games, including a common opponent in Bear Lake. We'll tell you about that in just a bit as well. The Rebels in their last 4 just 2-2, and a couple of those games losses against Bear Lake and South Summit, 3A and 2A schools. And most recently, though, Rich had a home game against Providence Hall and took care of business 50-25. 9 different Rebels scored in that game. McKenna Stacy led all scorers with 15 points. And also in double figures was Sage Tingey with 11. And that's going to be a key throughout the season. It has been so far and will be the rest of the way, is that balanced scoring. We can expect most of the time that McKenna's going to lead the team in points. She's approaching 800 points as a Rich Rebel, by the way, and boy, on pace to surpass 1,000 points as a junior. That's an incredible individual feat, and it's helping the team. But that's the thing, though. It's a team, and to win as a team, they've got to play as a team and have that balanced scoring, like they did against Providence Hall, where 8 other players got to put points on the board. So that'll be key against Little Snake River as well, a team that's defensively, again, holding teams to 46 points a game. I think they like to push the tempo when they can. They've got some good varsity experience coming back. And so jumping into the Little Snake River and looking at their schedule, they won their first 2 games against 1A schools, then played Southeast, Pinedale, Grace, which is a pretty solid Idaho team generally. Bear Lake beat Little Snake River by 19 points, 54-33. So consider that Rich, the last time they played Bear Lake, lost by 16. Not too different of a score, except Little Snake River scored more points, 33, than the Rebels did the last time they played Bear Lake, 25. Now, couple that with the Rebels beat Bear Lake on their home court, 57-54 in overtime back in December, and that throws a wrench in just comparing scores straight across. But I think we can take from that Snake River is not just a pushover. This is not going to be a walk-in, run away with an easy victory and head on to the next game. Snake River is going to battle. They play hard. They've won 6 state titles, most recently just 2 years ago, and to finish out the 2018 season. They also won it in 2012 and in 2002. And then in past years as Morrow High School in 78, 77, and 1982. Rebels with a few state titles in their history as well, and finished under Coach Cody Lundgren. The Rebels have finished 3rd place in each of the past 2 seasons, 5th the year before, 7th the year before that. And of course, won state titles in 07, 08, the end of the 08 season, the 09 season, and to finish off 2010-11. Wins over Paiute, Panguitch, and Bryce Valley in those years. So as I'm saying, this Little Snake River team will be solid. They won the consolation bracket last year in 1A Wyoming, went 13-13 overall, state champs the year before, and were beat out, lost in that 3rd and 5th place game against Farson Eden the year before that. But this is a Snake River team that pulls down a lot of rebounds. In fact, they lead 1A Wyoming with 43 rebounds per game and almost 19 on the offensive glass. So for Rich to win today, that'll be one of the keys, and we'll get into that in the Thompson Ranch keys of the game a little bit later on. But one key will be to win the battle of the boards for sure. I don't have a time in the last 20 years that Rich has played Little Snake River, and I was talking with their coach, Jody Stanley, who's in her 34th year coaching the Rattlers, and she played for Morrow High School before it came Little Snake River High, and once was part of those state championship teams in 78 and or 77 and 78, and she said she doesn't remember playing against Rich. So this may be, by all indications, it is the first time Rich has played Little Snake River in girls basketball. So excited for today's matchup, Rich versus Little Snake River. This has been your scene set, brought to you by Christopher Staple Family, wishing the Rebels the best. Stay tuned. We've got a standout student. We'll hear from Haley Davis, brought to you by Rich County 4-H in just a bit. Haley, a senior, the senior class president. We'll hear from her when we return on The Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. In 4-H, we believe young people have the power and influence to improve the world around us. With hands-on learning and education programs, 4-H members pledge their head to clearer thinking, their heart to greater loyalty, their hands to larger service, and their health to better living. To learn more about 4-H in Rich County, stop by our office in the county building in Randolph or give us a call at 435-793-2435. 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Back at Kemmerer High School. You're tuned in online at mylocalradio.com. Those Parson Eden's boys taken it to the Jackson sophomores, 38-22, with 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We've got Rebel girls taking on the Little Snake River Rattlers coming up here in just a few minutes. We're about a half an hour from game time, and so we move along to our Rich County 4-H standout student, Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. With Justin Adams, a.k.a. Buckwheat, at Rich High School, a sophomore. Justin, thanks for your time.
No problem.
It feels weird to say Justin.
Yes, and some people say that, but most people say Buckwheat, like coaches and all that.
Speaking of coaches, how's your sophomore year of wrestling going?
It's going pretty decent. There's some matches I could have won, but at the same time I lost. But it's been ups and downs, but it's been good.
Last weekend was at Bear Lake, right? How'd you do?
I took third place. It was a hard tournament. Most of the kids didn't make it to the third and fourth, besides me and Jaden Rao. But I thought our team did pretty well.
What weight are you wrestling?
220.
So you're at 220. Did you have to lose some weight between football to get down to 220 for wrestling?
No, I kind of stay at 209. Then Cooper wants me to go at least 215.
Okay. So you've had to put on a few pounds.
Yeah.
Does that mean extra steak or what?
Yes and no.
What have you done? Are you trying to just get in the weight room and build some muscle?
Yeah, Cooper wants me to get more muscle in my legs because I shoot a lot, and sometimes in my arms, but mostly on my legs.
So that was the next question I wanted to get into, was your personal wrestling style. Throws, shots, you just said you shoot a lot.
Yes, that's correct. I shoot mostly firemen's and low singles, but most kids think I'm throwing, but I actually shoot all the time.
How long have you been wrestling? I mean, did you start as a little kid?
Well, I started in probably second or first grade. And throughout the middle school year, I kind of peaked up, and now we're still thriving.
Buckwheat, so that's, I guess, it for wrestling. I asked briefly about football, and let's talk about that just for a second. Rich Rebel football this past fall. How did you feel about the season for you personally?
I think it's been a great opportunity. I got on varsity center. They were switching people out, but they liked me more because of how good of my snaps. And I just good learning experience throughout high school.
Starting as a sophomore at center, you got some time last year at varsity as a freshman too, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct. I was replacing Deeds or Ander X.
Speaking of Deeds, big bro Ander is in the Marines, right? And then another big bro, Riker, was in the Army. So does that mean you need to be in the Air Force, or what does that look like for you going forward? You thinking about military?
Well, I haven't decided yet. It's pretty cool how they go on, push through it, and honestly, I would go through their steps.
So you may follow their footsteps and join the military. You're thinking maybe.
Yes, that's correct.
If you don't, is there something else that you're interested, or if you do, like you have a certain interest you think you want to make a career out of?
Yes, there's two, welding and gunsmith, which gunsmith can go in the Army or the Marines, kind of go through that step. And the welding, kind of same thing, but different style.
So opportunities there if you decide you want to go.
Yes.
How about the rest of your sophomore year? How are things going?
It's been pretty good. Classes are a little harder than freshman classes, but, I can push through it. I can win tournaments. I can win in class.
That's a life lesson from wrestling. You push through, give that extra effort, and you can do that in class too?
Yes, and including football. Football told me never quit. Never let your team down.
Buckwheat, anything else you enjoy doing outside of what we've talked about? You have any hobbies or playing instruments?
Well, I play for the band. I play bass and guitar. And then I like to hunt and fish for my spare time.
Do you have a favorite animal to hunt?
Not really. Go out and see the wild. Just pretty cool. Seeing all the fun things you can do.
Is that the same with fishing? Do you like fly fishing, stream, pond, lake, whatever?
Just anything. Anything that keeps my mind off of things.
Will you do anything in the spring, golf or track?
Yeah, I do golf. I'm not good at it, but I'm learning.
The rest of your sophomore year, are there any events like prom or the musical or anything you're looking forward to?
I'm looking for the musical because I'm a sailor and, I could be in the Navy. So I think that's kind of cool.
So in The Little Mermaid, you're a sailor.
Yes, that's correct.
Anything else we should touch on?
No?
What's your favorite thing about being a rich rebel, Buckwheat?
Just like how the people are like a big family. Like we take care of each other. We have their back. They have my back, and just good. Just have fun. Kind of do your own thing. Tease the coaches. Tease the teacher, and they tease you back most of the time.
Sophomore at Rich High School, Buckwheat, Justin Adams. Thanks so much for your time. Good luck with wrestling this year and the rest of your sophomore season.
Thank you, and you too.
A pleasure to talk with Justin Adams, sophomore Buckwheat at Rich High School. The Rebels and the Little Snake River Rattlers getting set to face off. Rich in their warm-ups, waiting for this game to finish up between Farson Eden and Jackson on the boys' side. Haven't seen Little Snake River come out. I know they're here. I talked with their coach, and they may just be in the locker room getting changed and ready to roll. Rich and Little Snake River coming up. This standout student interview has been brought to you by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Stay tuned. We'll be back. We've got more of the pregame show right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
This is a Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show, brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam today at 435-779-0012. To my knowledge, Rich has not played at Little Snake River in at least 20-plus years, so hard to say how these two teams will match up. I guess we'll find out soon enough, as game time is just a few minutes away. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Jody Stanley, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Cody Lundgren and find out how he hopes his team can beat the Rattlers this afternoon in Kemmerer. We'll be right back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KDQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com. You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
With Coach Bob Sorensen of the Westside Pirates. Thanks for your time tonight, Coach.
You bet.
You guys, is this your last game before Christmas?
It is, yep.
Well, I'm not sure what just happened on that interview with Coach Jody Stanley. I thought I'd saved it correctly. Apparently I didn't. So we'll just yak for a second here. The Rebels and the Little Snake River Rattlers. Again, Coach Jody Stanley, in her 34th year coaching the Rattlers, and she also played for Little Snake River. It was Morrill High School prior to the 1980s, or into the 1980s. In fact, they won a title in 1982 as Morrill High School, and then changed to Little Snake River. Since then, they've won 3 more state titles and 6 state titles total in the school's history. They're down in Baggs, which is just south of Saratoga. Out near Saratoga, south of Rawlins in Wyoming, and so it's an interesting matchup. It's a small school. They're just north of the border of Colorado and just north in Wyoming. So a small school, and that's Little Snake River. A little bit of facts about them as I get this interview set up to hear from Coach Jody Stanley. We'll jump into that interview now. With Jody Stanley, head coach of the Little Snake River Rattlers. Coach, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
You've got a few years under your belt coaching.
Yeah, quite a few, actually. 34.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to date you or ask for your age, anything like that, but, Coach, you've been a part of, with Jody Stanley, head coach of the Little Snake River Rattlers. Coach, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
You've got a few years under your belt coaching.
Yeah, quite a few, actually. 34.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to date you or ask for your age, anything like that, but, Coach, you've been a part of playing for state championships and coaching state championships with Little Snake River.
Yeah, we have a long tradition. Like I said, my assistant coach and I both graduated from there, and we won some state championships, and then we won 3 coaching together. So,
tell me about your team. What varsity experience do you bring back from past years?
Well, we've got 2 seniors that we play that have got a lot of time since they were sophomores. Sammy Moon was an all-state player last year. Via Habel and Hannah Sixkiller, juniors for us this year, and I only had 7 girls on my team last year. So all of us that are here have lots of varsity time, and we finished. We won the Constellation Championship at state last year. So we feel like we have. I think right now we're playing really hard, but we're not always playing well. but we play hard.
That's a definite positive. It's one of those things you can coach, and obviously they're doing that well.
Yeah, and I don't even know how you coach it really, because the kids work hard. They're kind of blue collar, just get out and get her done type girls. And like I said, we're not shooting real well right now, but hopefully that'll turn around this weekend.
That playing hard, it kind of reflects in the rebounding. You guys are a very good rebounding team, it looks like.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. We obviously were not very big, so we focused a lot on rebounding. But I hadn't really realized, that we're like ranked number 1 in the state in rebounds. And I'm like, oh, who knew that? So I told the girls last night, I said, oh, yeah, yes, but then our shooting percentage is like 47th in the state or something. So we've got some work to do. I think we pad our stats sometimes.
What would you really like to see your team get better at? I mean, obviously it takes time to develop and progress in basketball, but what do you need to get better at this season?
Well, like I said, I can never question our attitude and our work ethic and that kind of thing, but I would like to see us shoot the ball a little better. Sometimes I think we're not as intense as we need to be on defense. So that's stuff that we're working on, like before Christmas and stuff. We focused a lot on that over Christmas, and so hopefully we'll start seeing some results.
Coach, do you know anything about the Rich Rebels and the girls and the team you'll play today?
No, really I don't. Other thing, a lot of times those years when Cokeville's just been so dominant in Wyoming, and we'll look up and say, oh, I don't know who Rich is, but they must be really good because they just beat Cokeville. So we're excited to play them. Like I said, I don't think we've ever seen them get to be my age. You forget sometimes. They all kind of run together, but I don't think we've ever played him in the varsity, but I know Coach Steineckert has a lot of respect for him, and so we're looking forward to playing him.
I know with Rich not having played you before, their coach Cody Lundgren, his focus has been on executing and doing what his team needs to do, probably a lot more than what you guys do in preparing for the Rattlers. Is that the same for you? Just you need to execute what you need to do?
Oh, sure, and I think, this whole preseason, that's why we do it. We're trying to do stuff for us. We don't really care who our opponent sends. We've had a really tough non-conference schedule. We've played lots of good schools, and we just take each one of those games and look at the things that we did well and the things that we need to work on, and then go to the next tournament. So we start our conference season next weekend. So this is really our last weekend to kind of fine-tune some of the stuff that we're trying to do. And so we're looking forward to see how the Christmas break fared with us and stuff. We've had one game since Christmas, but it was down in Colorado, and they play super physical. We weren't quite ready for that physicality, but we'll see. It'll be fun.
Coach, anything else you want to touch on?
No, I don't think so. Should be a good game. We're looking forward to it.
Jody Stanley of the Little Snake River Rattlers, thanks so much for your time. Good luck today and the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach Stanley. Again, has been coaching this Little Snake River team for 34 years. It was a pleasure to talk with Jody earlier today. And look forward to hearing from Coach Cody Lundgren here in just a moment. This is the pregame show, and our coaches show is brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. That's Pam Cornea at 435-779-0012.
Meet the service and parts department staff at Auto Farm Chevrolet. We work on almost every type of vehicle, foreign and domestic. We also sell parts and accessories for almost all makes and models. Our staff is friendly and well trained, and we are here to serve you. Open Monday through Friday beginning at 7:30 a.m. We invite you to Auto Farm Chevrolet for all your parts and for all your service needs. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a community-driven dealer.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Back at Kemmerer High School, where the Rebels will take on the Little Snake River Rattlers here in the Fossil Classic. We'll hear from Coach Cody Lundgren when we return on more of our pregame show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
With Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, how was your break?
It was good. It's good to be with family and get refocused, and it's good to be back with the girls in the court, though, now.
We'll get to see if that break and the refocus was good for the girls tonight at Bear Lake.
Yeah, we'll have to see. You know, Monday and Tuesday we had a couple good practices, so the girls came in and worked hard, so it was good to see.
Let's go back to your win at Bear Lake, or your win against Bear Lake at home in overtime, and what do you remember about that one?
It's just a tough game. You know, both teams are matched up very well, and they both have very good players, and we just made more baskets that night, so that's how it works sometimes.
All coaching.
Yeah, all coaching.
Coach, one thing stands out in my mind is they outscored you 16-8 in the fourth quarter, and you missed a few key free throws that could have made a difference. But in the end, as you said, you came out with the win. But do you remember what happened in that fourth quarter that they got the upper hand at that point?
We just got a little complacent on our away from.
With Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, good news, bad news last night. Good news, you scored 61. Bad news, you gave up 67. Boy, I'm having some technical issues today. Let me see if I can get the right interview going with Coach Cody Lundgren. I thought I had checked this beforehand, but somehow just didn't quite get things lined out how I wanted them to be. So give me 1 second here, and again, my apologies on the mistake here. With Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, a split last week at Bear Lake and then at home, the win over Providence Hall.
Yeah, you know, it was a roller coaster ride last week. You go from being down and low to being high and up, and that's just kind of how sports is. So our girls rebounded well against Providence Hall and played a very good game.
With Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, a split last week at Bear Lake and then at home, the win over Providence Hall.
Yeah, you know, it was a roller coaster ride last week. You go from being down and low to being high and up, and that's just kind of how sports is. So our girls rebounded well against Providence Hall and played a very good game, and I was proud of them.
What's your take on the loss to Bear Lake? Kind of what happened in that game?
We didn't show up to play. We weren't ready. So give credit to Bear Lake. They beat us that night, and they played very well, and we didn't play very well. So I was excited to see how the girls would respond, and they responded very well against Providence Hall, and they came out and, you know, that they were very upbeat and they played hard.
So tell me about then the difference between Bear Lake being as good as we know they are and losing to them versus how good is Providence Hall? How much better did you guys play to beat them that way?
You know, Bear Lake's coached a little bit different. Bear Lake, you know, I thought they played better team basketball. Providence Hall had a lot of good athletes on the team. They were very fast. They had some big girls, and they were very physical. So, you know, it wasn't just a pushover game for us. Our girls came out and handled their pressure very well, and, you know, we didn't handle Bear Lake's pressure very well on Friday. So, you know, give it to the Gunderson girl. She punished us on the low block, and give it to Coach Messerly for getting her the ball down there on the low block.
Does that expose some things, or did you learn a lot from that loss to Bear Lake, things you know you need to get better at?
No, it's a great game for us. So, you know, it depends on how you look at it, your perspective. So we look at it, what things that we're exposed that we can get better at, and we'll continue to work on those things and get better at them.
Are the girls thinking much right now about, like, statewide, number 2 in the RPI and thinking about that kind of stuff?
No, we don't talk about that. Well, I don't know, Ryan. I haven't asked them about that. We don't talk about that in practice, though. We just try to stay focused.
The focus this week has got to, obviously the teams you play at the Fossil Classic.
Yeah, you know, well, yes and no. I mean, our focus right now is things that we saw in our Bear Lake game, and we'll try to get better at some of those things and just get ready to play basketball this weekend. I don't know anything about the teams we play this week, so we'll just work real hard on what we do and go play ball.
So your focus hasn't changed. I mean, because in past, each individual win maybe didn't mean as much as getting better overall for the end of the season, whereas now maybe each individual win means more. Am I off on that?
No, I think every win is important, especially this year with the RPI. So, I mean, you never know how it's going to shake out, and even with the RPI, even if you get like a 1 or a 2 seed, who knows with how the RPI is. I mean, you see some teams at the very top of the RPI that I don't know. I don't know who they're playing. I don't know the type of teams they're playing. I don't know anything about them. So we just got to take care of what we do. But, you know, state seeding is important. So, I mean, the RPI is important also.
Coupled with the need for your team to get better, execute better, do all your things better all the time.
Correct.
Coach, anything else we should touch on?
No, thanks, Ryan.
Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels. Good luck with Little Snake River, Saratoga, and Farson Eden this week.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach Cody Lundgren. We'll be back with more of the pregame show. This coaches show has been brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam today at 435-779-0012. When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say, yeah!
Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help. With residential and land listings, including vacation properties, timeshares, cabins, condos, beachfront, lake view, and more, Bear Lake Realty has what you're looking for. And with more than 30 years of real estate experience in the area, you know you're working with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
Back pregame of the Rich Rebels against the Little Snake River Rattlers at the Fossil Classic, and jumping into the town of Laketown Ledger. Got a little bit more of the pregame show. Tip off in about 4 minutes, but first the Laketown Ledger, and brought to you by the town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the mayor and town council of Laketown. And I couldn't find any time that Rich has played Little Snake River. My records go back to 01-02. There was no time that Rich has played Little Snake River in that span. And Coach Jody Stanley, who's been heading up this Little Snake River program for 34 years, doesn't ever remember playing Rich either. So this may be the very first time these teams have met in girls basketball. That's your Laketown Ledger. Moving on to the Lazy BT keys of the game, the Lazy BT brand, Thompson Ranch keys of the game. Number one, play some good team defense. This Little Snake River team is not a very good shooting team, but they're number one in rebounds. So if Rich can play that good defense, close out on shots, and hold this team down, there's not a player on the Little Snake River Rattlers that averages better than 10 points a game. Sammy Moon is at just under 10 a game, but Rich has got to play good team defense, keep Little Snake River probably around 30 or 40 points or fewer. And because this Little Snake River team is a pretty good defensive team, Rich has to be good alternatively on the D. Number two is the golden rule. Take care of the basketball. Treat the ball like gold. Take care of it. Limit turnovers. Number three, the battle of the boards. Little Snake River, number one in Wyoming in rebounding. 43 boards per game, and 19 of those on the offensive glass. That partly goes back to team defense, is in that Rich has to play good defense and then box out. If Little Snake River pulls down 19 rebounds this afternoon, Rich may have a hard time beating the Rattlers today at KEMMERER. Those are your keys of the game, brought to you by the Thompson Ranch, the Lazy BT brand. Wishing the Rebels good luck. Your Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Rebels a designated visiting team in this one. They'll be in the road blues. Little Snake River's colors, purple and gold, and they'll be in the home whites, mostly white, a little bit of gold, a little bit of purple on those uniforms. Little Snake River comes in at 2-5. The Rebels at 8-2 overall. Little Snake River averaging 41 points a game, allowing 46. That 41 points a game is fourth in Wyoming 1A. Defensively, they're a little bit further down, 12th. Rebels averaging 50 points a game on offense, allowing 39 per game on defense. We're at KEMMERER High School, beautiful facility. They built this gym 5-6 years ago, and so it's a fairly new facility as well. Big scoreboard, fantastic gym, and a great space for this tournament at the Fossil Classic. That's the Old Chicago Pizza pregame slice. Pizzas and more built from scratch, one fresh ingredient at a time. 795 East, 1400 North in Logan, Old Chicago Pizza. And your town of Woodruff starters. The Rebels will start junior number 1, McKenna Stacy, junior number 2, Sage Tingy, senior number 5, Allie Walentine, senior number 23, Eliana Brown, and junior number 35, J.C. Cornea. Rebels led by McKenna Stacy's 18.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. The Rattlers will start number 21, a junior, Via Habel, a senior, number 22, Samantha Moon, leading the team in scoring and rebounding. Number 24, a sophomore, Caitlin Englehart. Number 23, a junior, Hannah Sixkiller. And number 34, a senior, Kyra Corson. And those will be the starters for the Little Snake River Rattlers, coming in at 2-5 overall this year. And they play regularly in the 1A Southwest Wyoming. Stay tuned. We'll take one more quick break and be back with your Saby Trucking opening tip when we return on the Wildlife at mylocalradio.com.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The town council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports boosters, the Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels, the Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply Store.
Welcome back to Kemmerer High School and the Fossil Classic. Ryan STEINECKERT here, Gary McKee running camera, the Rebels and the Little Snake River Rattlers. Mentioned the Rebels starters, brought to you by the town of Woodruff, and there's the whistle and our Scott and Diana Saby. Saby trucking opening tip. Rattlers win it and will have possession first. Little Snake River attacking right to left in this first half. They bounce left baseline, and Sammy Moon, via Hable, up to Moon. Ready around the right side. Stacy pokes the ball away. It's loose, and McKenna picks it up for the Rebels' first Rich County government steal. Up ahead to Tingy. Sage goes strong to the hoop. Aggressive move and finishes through contact, and the Rebels lead 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Right out of the gate, Rich on top by a bucket. Sage Tingy with the first Rebel basket this afternoon. Right wing, three-point shot, short, and great box out. Ellie Brown pulls down the Rebel rebound. She was right in possession for the box out. Long pass ahead. Stacy looking for Walentine, in and out of her hands, out of bounds, and Rich turns it over. Again, Rebel starters, McKenna Stacy, Sage Tingy, Allie Walentine, Ellie Brown, and J.C. Cornea. Rebels set up in a man-to-man defense to start things out, at least on this possession. Moon to the left wing. Gives to Corson. Kyra into the middle. Six-killer shoots from the free throw line and just misses. Rebels rebound to McKenna Stacy. She'll push up the right wing. Rebels attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com in this first half. Korn lets the ball go in and out of her hands. Picked up, but a foul against Rich. Cornea fighting for the possession of that ball, and Moon had position. Cornea called for a push with the elbow, and JC picks up her first personal. Rebel first team foul. Rich on top, 2-0. Just underway, 6:49 left, first quarter. Stacy defending Little Snake River's leading scorer, Sammy Moon. Out in the right corner. Six-killer, that's left corner, excuse me. Pass into the middle, and good defense. Brown slaps it away out of bounds. Rattlers basketball. Hable, a junior, to inbound for LSR. That's Little Snake River. I don't want to say Little Snake River every single time. That's just too much. So LSR, Rattlers, pass across the lane. Pretty pass by Sammy Moon, but the Rebels fouled her as she made the pass. And instead of an easy bucket for LSR, they'll have to inbound from the baseline. Foul McKenna Stacy, her first personal, Rebel second team foul. Into the free throw line. Long jumper is missed wide left by Kyra Corson. And a team rebound to the Rebels as it bounces out of bounds on the air ball. Rebel basketball. Stacy, 18.5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and almost 5 steals per game, her averages, plus almost a block per contest. She's left wide open, right corner three. Yes, swishes through. Pro Physical Therapy three-pointer drained, and Rich leads 5-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Down in the left corner, and a hip check. Sage Tingy picks up her first personal foul, if I saw things correctly, and I did. Sage and the Rebels with 3 personal fouls already in less than 2 minutes of game time. They're going to have to adjust their play style a little bit to the way this is being officiated so far. Left baseline jumper, long two, and out of bounds. It was over the top on the shot. A Rebel and a Rattler were there, and it goes out off of LSR. Rebel basketball, and LSR sets up in a full court press. Stacy, long pass ahead to Korn. JC, couple of dribbles to the left wing, into traffic, throws it into the middle trying to get rid of it, and a late whistle after she got rid of the basketball called for a travel. Rebels' second turnover of the contest already, but Rich leads 5-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Tingy with a 2, Stacy with a candidate for the Rolling Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. Rebels set up in some full court pressure, and LSR breaks it easily, and then Reddy just holds and waits for the team to catch up and set up in the half court. Moon, right wing, down on the baseline. Hable, down near the corner rather. Kicks it up top. Corson around the top of the arc. Dribbles with the left hand. Brown defending her. Corson in some trouble. 3, 4, 5 seconds. She just gets it away in time to Skyland Reddy. Sky, a couple of dribbles, and then up top to Habel. Dribbles right. Habel's got a little mixed up on the defense, and Habel left alone down on the right block. Cornea comes over on the help defense, but Habel still finishes. And LSR is on the board with Rich leading 5-2. Tingy, right wing, to Wallentine. LSR in a zone defense. Stacy fires the three, and Tingy called for an illegal screen. She was being pushed, and that's why she moved as the screener. Can't say that I agree with that call, and neither does Coach Lundgren. He's asking the official about it, and the official, a little bit of words, pats Coach Lundgren on the back and says, well, Coach, we've had different perspectives. Not sure what he said, but Rebels get a quick Rich County Government steal. Stacy across the timeline. It's a 1-on-3. She splits everybody and lays it in with the left hand. McKenna Stacy with the Rich County Government steal and the bucket, and Rich leads 7-2. Down to the left corner, 6-killer holding. She averages 6.5 points. 3 different Rattlers average more than 7 rebounds per game. 6-killer at almost 8, Moon at 8, and Via Habel at 7 per game. This is a very good rebounding team. So far, Rich, though, hitting their shots, and Rebels lead 7-2. 4.5 left in the first quarter. 6-killer holding, kicks it out, right wing 3, off the back iron, rebound, offensive for LSR, and Rich called for a push. That's 5 Rebel team fouls, none for LSR. And Wallentine's first personal into the game. Sydney Hatch, Kendall Staple, and TJ McKee. Taylor. Wallentine, Cornea, and Tingy off. Tingy has 2 fouls already. She's fouled out once this year. That was at Lyman. To inbound on the baseline. Poked away by Hatch, and TJ comes up with the loose ball. Another Rich County Government steal. Rich County Government, Rebels with a championship cause. Tingy bounces inside, or not Tingy, but McKee, and gives off to Staple, and she's fouled. A quick whistle down under the hoop will give Rich an inbound play. Brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. Open today from 11 to 7. Stop in for lunch or dinner tonight. TJ to inbound for Rich. McKee looking, lobs in. Brown left side, throws it to the sideline, and it's picked off. Up court, Sammy Moon cut off, so she kicks it back outside to a cutting Reddy, or 6-killer rather. She has nowhere to go, gives it back up to Corson to reset the offense. Out in the right corner, long 3, Moon off the back iron, no, rebound tipped out, and Corson has it for LSR. She'll dribble the baseline, shoot and miss off the bottom of the backboard. Staple has her arm ripped down, ball pokes out, Rich comes up with it, ahead to Hatch. Sydney to the left side, and she's fouled on the layup attempt. Good hustle by Caitlin Englehart to get back and contest the shot, but Englehart will pick up her first personal foul. Second team foul on LSR sends Sydney Hatch to the free throw line to shoot 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. 7-2, Rich on top with 3:30 left in the first quarter, and Hatch's first free throw halfway down pops out. One more Bear Lake Realty free throw coming for Sydney Hatch. Bear Lake Realty, the most experienced and highest volume realtor in the Bear Lake Valley. Hatch misses well short this time off the front of the iron. Barely caught the underside of the rim. Rich comes into the game about 60% as a team from the free throw line, actually 64%. Nice entry pass, gets over the top of McKenna Stacy going for the steal, and Hannah 6-killer finishes to make it 7-4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Stacy crosses over, but couldn't get away from the defense. Brown on the left wing to Staple, down near the corner, gives on the give and go to Brown, back outside Kendall. Up top to Stacy. McKenna right wing, TJ McKee. Dribbles around. Rebels set it up in the half court. Taking some time. They go give and go. Staple misses from the left side on the block, just a bit short off the glass. And the rebound, Hannah 6-killer. Long pass ahead. Habel, one dribble, and back to Corson. Sets up, looks at the 3, takes it, and misses. Stacy, great box out, pulls down the Rebel rebound. Up ahead for McKee, and the ball squirts loose. It's across the timeline on the floor, and Hatch dives for it but can't get it away from Corson. Rich turns it over for a 4th time in this first quarter. 2:20 left to go, and Rich on top, 7-4. Left all alone underneath, 6-killer. Corson finds her for the easy 2, and LSR within 1, 7-6 on the station on main scoreboard. McKee crosses over, gives to Stacy on the left wing. Wanted the 3, wasn't open. Instead gives to McKee for the 3. That one can't go. Stacy the offensive board, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. So McKenna pulls down the offensive board. It was a good decision by McKenna to dish off to McKee, who just missed the 3. Very good three-point shooter in her own right. And Rich, a few more substitutions. Oh, they'll say Stacy was not in the act of shooting. Boy, it sure looked like to me like she wanted to go back up with that. But no, she'll inbound from the baseline. A Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Wallenstein back in to Stacy. Three-pointer from the left corner, short. Rebound, Corson. Boy, she's already got 4 or 5 rebounds in this game. And she'll bring it up across the timeline with the left hand. Attacking right to left. Goes back door on the cut. Help defense. Cornea. Shot partially blocked. And it was Reddy who came in, cleaned it up, got the board, put it up and in, and was fouled. So Little Snake River takes the lead as Rich has gone cold offensively after jumping out to a 7-2 lead. It's been all LSR since then. Skylin Reddy, free throw, misses right, and Sydney Hatch with the Rebel rebound. Tingy, long pass ahead to Wallenstein, and she loses possession. 5th turnover of the quarter for Rich. Down to the other end. Stacy stuffs it. What a swat. She takes the ball, moves out in front of everybody. Catching up is Habel, but Stacy beats her to the basket. No, that was Moon contesting. Stacy beat her to the hoop and lays it in. Rich back on top, 9-8 on the station on main scoreboard. Maybe a precision play of the game there by Stacy. The block, and then goes coast to coast and finishes with the right hand. LSR with it on the right wing. Drive down inside, miss off the side of the backboard. But LSR, the offensive rebound. To the right corner, pulling up for the long 2. Misses over the top, Caitlin Engelhart. Offensive board and a foul on the putback. Again, we've talked about how good this team is offensive or on the glass, and LSR showing us why. Skylin Reddy this time the offensive board and earns a trip to the free throw line. The foul, J.C. Cornea's 2nd personal, Rebel 7th team foul. No, that was McKenna Stacy's 2nd. My mistake. J.C. picked up her 2nd earlier. Free throw swishes through for Skylin Reddy, ties the score at 9. 48.7 seconds left, first quarter. And Reddy has a chance to put LSR back on top. At the line, shoots and hits. She has 4 points in the quarter. LSR leads 10-9. McKee. 2 hands. Boy, call a foul there if you're going to. Kylie Evans defending. Wallenstein shoots the 3, misses back iron. Evans put 2 hands on McKee 3 times before she even crossed midcourt. 6-killer, and there's a Rebel foul. Wallenstein bends down and holds her hand between her legs. Must have gotten some fingers jammed. That's already an 8th Rebel team foul. And Hannah 6-killer goes to the line. Rich is going to have to settle down. That's 4 different players with 2 personal fouls already. 1-1 for 6-killer, and she hits the front end. We'll get a 2nd one. Wallenstein takes a breather, and Amanda Schultz gets some early minutes for this Rebel ball team with Wallenstein already with 2 fouls. 6-killer hits the 2nd free throw as well and has 6 points in the first quarter. 11, make it 12-9. LSR leads with under 30 seconds to go in the first. McKee drives, dishes off. Schultz looks inside. Hatch across the key. Nice passing, but Brown can't quite finish. Gets her own offensive board and puts it up and in the 2nd time. Brown with the 2 points, and Rich trails by 1, 12-11 with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Quick pass down to the left, drive, left side. Staple blocked the shot, had the rebound ripped away from her, and it's out of bounds off LSR. 2.9 seconds to go. Rich with the basketball. Staple to McKee. Back to Staple with 2, 1, and Kendall launches it 3/4 court, misses well short. Rich trails 12-11 at the end of 1 on the station on main scoreboard. We'll take a quick break and be back with second quarter on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Rich has it to start second quarter action. They also have 8 team fouls already. Walentine, Stacy, Tingy, and Cornea all on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Staple to Schultez against some high perimeter pressure. Amanda in the corner in a little bit of trouble, bounces it out towards Staple. Not a very good pass, but Staple corrals it and tries to set up the offense. Brown, free throw line jumper off the iron. No, rebound tipped, and Schultez has it for Rich. Offensive rebound. Rich gives LSR a little taste of their own medicine with the offensive board. Looking for the right corner, and Brown can't hang on to the pass. Rich with 6 turnovers already in the ball game. The rebounding for LSR on the offensive glass, and the turnovers for Rich on their offensive side. Troubles so far, plus all the fouls. Across the timeline goes Moon. Left wing, Englehart into the left corner. 6-killer holding, then goes up top. McKee goes for the steal, but Moon has the ball, tries to drive to the baseline. Good D by McKee. Cuts her off. Pass into the middle, down to the free throw line. Evans, right side. And out on the right wing, Englehart. Bounces inside. 6-killer turns up with the right hand, misses. Rebound tipped away from Schultez into the middle. Another offensive board. Brown reaches in and called for a jump ball. Thought we'd get a foul there the way it's been whistled so far, but no. Jump ball this time. Possession arrow. LSR. Rich got it to start second quarter action. That's a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball. Eddie and Todd Jensen in Thatcher, Idaho. Right corner, long 2, in and out, and the rebound, Kendall Staple dishes off to TJ McKee. Good board by Staple. Rebels push the tempo. Up inside, Hatch back out to Brown. Quick pass, Staple left baseline. Little floater, perfect. Kendall Staple, great ball movement, and the Rebels retake the lead 13-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. This is the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Rebels pressure the ball. Hable dishes off. Long free throw attempt. No. Offensive board. No. Too short. Ellie Brown with the Rebel rebound. Her third already of the contest. Up ahead, Schultez, right wing, looks inside. Hatch, double teamed, kicked it back outside. McKee fakes the right corner 3, drives up with the left off the window, a little too strong. Rebound, Brown fights for it and picks up a foul. No, just out of bounds to Rich. I got to stop assuming things based on what we've seen for the first 10 minutes and just wait till it's called. Stacy back into the ball game. Annie Peart checks in as well. Into McKee, right side. Hatch again to Stacy in the right corner. She fights past the defense, drives in, steps around another defender and floats it in. Stacy with 9 points, and that puts Rich on top by 3. 15-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. 6-killer bounces free throw line. Jumper by Via Hable, and she swishes it through. Pretty shot by Hable. 15-14. Rich leads by just 1. Stacy across the timeline, pushes the tempo to the top of the key, but the defense was back. Looks like a 1-3-1 zone. Stacy steps up, then bounces right wing to Schultez. Gets by the D, drives, floats, and misses short. Hatch fights for the rebound. It's knocked away off of LSR, out of bounds. Rebel ball. Inbound play upcoming, brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink in Randolph. I was looking for some more Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint here as Stacy inbounds to Hatch. She'll take a quick jumper and rattle it home. There is some Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint. 2 for Sydney Hatch. Bear Lake Physical Therapy helping Rebels get back in the game since 1998. Pass into the middle. McKee, there's the name I was looking for, deflected it, tried to save it, but must have stepped on the baseline before she jumped out of bounds to get to the ball. 17-14, Rich on top, 4:57 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Mackenzie Smith checks into the ball game. Again, Rich with the number of players, 4 players with 2 fouls apiece, so in a little bit of foul trouble here in this first half. McKee defending, back out to Moon. Stacy defending her. This is the LSR's leading scorer, and Stacy has 2 fouls, so she's got to be careful. Backdoor pass, and the shot missed. Good defense by Annie Peart. The way this one's been called, I would have thought they'd call a foul on her, but no. And then Smith knocks the ball away from Destry Keisler, who touches it last out of bounds. Rebel basketball. That's just a 4th turnover for LSR in the ball game. McKee inbounds to Stacy. McKenna with defense right on her. Gives back to McKee, then again to McKenna. Stacy across the timeline. Dishes again to McKee. TJ right side, and then to Stacy. Left wing 3. Back iron, no. Rebound out in the corner. Stacy saves it and got it. What a hustle play. Smith back to Stacy in the left corner. Fakes the shot, drives in. 10-footer left angled, got it. McKenna Stacy, the hustle for the rebound, and then Rich keeps it alive, works it around, gets it back to Stacy for the 2. Down inside, and there's a Rebel foul as Caitlin Englehart tried to drive. 4:03 left in the Stacy's Repair second quarter, and Taylor McKee picks up her first personal. That's 9 Rebel team fouls, triple the LSR fouls at 3. Free throw. Back iron, a clunk shot, misses. Second free throw, back iron and down through for Caitlin Englehart. Hits 1 of 2, 19-15, Rich up by 4 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Midway through the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Let me get that Station on Main scoreboard back up there. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, Stacy drives through the D, steps around a defender, floats it up, and rattles it home. 6 points in the quarter for McKenna. 21-15, Rich up by 6. Free throw line, Hatch tipped a pass, but Moon comes up with it for LSR. Back to Corson. Kyra fakes the 3, drives, gets in. Good defense by Smith. Offensive board, put back by Moon is in. There's some offensive rebounding. That's why this team is number 1 in Wyoming 1A in rebounds per game. Peart to Stacy at the top of the key. 21-17, Rich up by 4. Smith, baseline jumper, right side, rolls around to the glass and then back down through. 23-17, Smith with the bucket. Rebels with 12 points in the quarter after an 11-point first quarter. 3 minutes left in the Stacy's Repair second. Moon across the top, left wing. Kaiser looks up top. Hatch pokes it away from Corson. She'll track it down near midcourt. Picks up the dribble way out high and then gives to Moon. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Rich leads by 6, 23-17 in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. In this first matchup between Rich and LSR in girls basketball. Good look, backdoor Moon on the backdoor cut for Englehart, but the Rebels deflected away out of bounds. Peart gets a breather, as does Hatch. Brown and Staple check back in. Smith, McKee, and Stacy still on the floor for Rich, along with Brown and Staple, who just checked in. Bounce into the middle, off the back of Stacy, picked up and put in by Skylin Reddy. Well, she was ready for that loose ball. 23-19. Rebels up by 4. Brown to Stacy. Right wing, McKee. Couple of dribbles, picks it up and goes right baseline. Staple threads the needle to Smith for the 2. That pass had to be perfectly timed, and it was. And Mackenzie Smith finishes. Assist to Kendall Staple. 25-19. Rich back up by 6 with 2 minutes left to go in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Right corner, holding is via Habel. Up top to Keisler. Left wing, three-pointer, Moon, back iron, nope. TJ McKee, the Rebel rebound. They've got Brown running all alone up ahead, but McKee had picked up the dribble to protect the ball and couldn't get the pass off. Rich goes free throw line. Smith back out. McKee, right wing 3. Yes! Swish! Splish splash. Taylor McKee with the triple Pro Physical Therapy 3-point basket. LSR quickly back the other way, misses the shot. Brown, the block and the rebound, and then dribbles away from pressure. Ellie Brown, good block, good rebound, and way to take care of the basketball. Staple on the other end, skips it across. TJ, another three, right wing. Ooh, just a bit long off the iron. Rebound tipped, and Brown has it for Rich. So he'll try to dish it off, and it was deflected by LSR. Staple tried to grab it, lost it out of bounds. So Rich, that's just a second turnover here in the second quarter. That's definitely an early candidate for the LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game. Rich had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. They've taken care of it much better here in the second for your LSR refrigerated in Garden City adjustment of the game. Taylor Cornea pokes the ball away, reaching in. Now in some trouble. 4-5 seconds almost, and LSR turns it over. Good pressure on the perimeter from Rich, and they force the Rattlers into a turnover with 53.8 seconds left to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. TJ McKee, Taylor Cornea, Ellie Brown, Mackenzie Smith, and Kendall Staple on the floor, and Rich leads 28-19 after that McKee three-pointer a couple possessions ago. Cornea, right side, long two. She's left wide open, misses short off the iron. But McKee with the offensive board, quick pass. Brown misses the shot from the right baseline. And LSR has the ball. They push up the right sideline. Rebels double team. Moon into traffic, floats it up high, misses off the side of the iron. McKee has the rebound, and she would have been off to the races, but she's fouled. And a rare whistle against LSR with 27.8 seconds left in this second quarter, second quarter. So TJ McKee with her second rebound of the contest. Rich leads 28-19 with a chance to extend the lead before the half. Stacey's Repair second quarter. McKee to Cornea, left perimeter, back to McKee, and then to Cornea again. They'll work it back and forth, just trying to eat up some clock, and Caitlin Englehart chasing. Staple looks inside. Smith fouled from the backside by Corson, reaching over the top, and that's a 15 foul on LSR, so still another foul to give with 11.9 seconds left in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Rich sets up for the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. McKee from the baseline will trigger it in. Looks for Brown in the middle. One dribble up off the glass. Too strong. Defensive rebound pulled down by Six Killer. She'll get it off to Moon, pushing up court with 3-2. Floats it from the free throw line and misses short. Offensive rebound as the horn sounds. And at the end of the first half, the Rebels lead 28-19 on the Station on Main scoreboard. This second quarter has been brought to you by Stacey's Repair in Woodruff. Need a repair? Take it to the ones who truly care. Stacey's Repair. We'll take a quick break and be back with your halftime show, including some Town of Randolph first half highlights when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's human nature to think the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. That's not always true, especially when it comes to buying vehicles. This is Dennis Lynch, General Manager at Auto Farm Chevrolet. Dealerships pay the same price for new vehicles across America. The fact is, the best deals are right here, in your own backyard. The difference is that our employees are your neighbors, people you can trust. Please visit us first, Auto Farm Chevrolet. We are your community-driven dealer.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacey's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacey's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacey's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on MyLocalRadio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the third year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Welcome back to Kemmerer and the Fossil Classic. Rebels lead at the half 28-19. Rich had 8 fouls in the first quarter. McKenna Stacy, Sage Tingy, Allie Wallenstein, and J.C. Cornea all picked up 2 quick personal fouls apiece, but they settled down. They also had 5 first quarter turnovers, but again, settled down. They had a much better second quarter, adjusted to the officiating, and outpaced LSR 17-7 in the second quarter. 28-19 at the half. The Rebels lead by 9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout and have your first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Established in 1870, Randolph, Utah is home. Home to the rich rebels, to hardy people of high character, and to values of dedication, honesty, hard work, education, and respect for self and others. Randolph is also home to friendly folks who love their families, their town, and their neighbors. Count yourself a neighbor whenever you visit Randolph, Utah. Mayor Lynn Weston and the Town Council of Randolph wish the rich rebels good luck and invite you to visit anytime.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Back for the halftime show and some first half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Rich struggled in that first quarter. Now they did jump out to a 5-point lead, led 5-0, and again at 7-2. Shot just 2 free throws in the first quarter, and Sydney Hatch was the shooter, missed them both. Those are the only 2 free throws the Rebels have shot today, and that's interesting because the Rebels average 17 free throws per game. They just haven't gotten those calls in this one so far. The calls went the other way. Rich had a bunch of fouls in that first half, and McKenna Stacy, Sage Tingy, Ellie Brown, and J.C. Cornea all with 2 fouls apiece, so they'll have to be careful moving forward. Now, Stacy led the Rebels with 13 points in the first half, 3 points from Taylor McKee, 4 from Mackenzie Smith, and then 2 apiece by Sage Tingy, Ellie Brown, Kendall Staple, and Sydney Hatch. And then I think I mentioned TJ McKee hit a 3. And that takes Rich to 28 points, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. As for the LSR Rattlers, 19 points total, and they've been pretty balanced. Skylin Reddy and Hannah Sixkiller, 6 points apiece. 4 from Via Habel. Their leading scorer, Samantha Moon, had just 2 points in that first half. And then Caitlin Engelhard scored 1. And LSR 5 of 7 from the free throw line. We'll see how things go coming into the second half action. These first half highlights have been brought to you by the town of Randolph. Mayor Lynn Weston, board member Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with third quarter action on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
In Rich County, we know that our children are our future. Helping our kids grow into kind, productive adults is a community effort. This is Rolene Kennedy, Auto Farm Chevrolet's Rich County representative, serving my neighbors for more than 20 years. My kids are Rich High School graduates. When you need a vehicle, come and see me, new or pre-owned. I'll always treat you with respect and honesty, the Rich County way. Auto Farm Chevrolet, we're a community-driven dealer. Go Rebels!
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on MyLocalRadio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports Boosters, LSR Refrigerated, and the Walletines in Garden City. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Walletine clan wish the Rebels good luck. And by Cat Answer Technical Services, proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The staff at Cat Answer Technical Services wish the Rebels good luck on the field, on the court, in the classroom, and in life.
Go Rich Rebels!
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah. 28-19, the Rebels lead coming out of halftime. First half highlights brought to you by the town of Randolph. Didn't have many comprehensive family dental timeouts in that first half. We'll see if we get any more here in the second half, maybe going down the stretch. Now, one thing just pointed out to me by a friend, got a text, and he says Rich has more depth. We certainly had to see that depth in the first half, and if you look at LSR's roster, they've only got 9 players on the roster, and I think that's 9 on the team. Coach Stanley told me that last year she only had 7 girls on the basketball team, and that gives you a little picture of how small Bags Wyoming is and just how small of a program it is. But they're competitive, they're playing hard, great rebounding team, and they hung close with Rich in that first half. And Rich will have to be better keeping LSR off the offensive glass in the second half, and I think Rich could take advantage of pushing the tempo, running some more, and maybe wearing LSR down a bit in this game. Rich will have it to start third quarter action, brought to you by Epic Recreation. For all your rentals in Bear Lake, visit epicrecreation.net. Tingy, haven't seen her since the first quarter. Rebels go down inside. Cornea down on the right block. A lot of contact. She got hit on the head as she missed that shot. No whistle. And LSR has the basketball and a chance to score first in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Corson dribbles to her right. Rebel starters out there in Wallenstein, Brown, Stacy, Tingy, and Cornea. Inside, Corson loses the ball and out of bounds beyond the baseline to Rich. So each team an empty possession, and Rich has the basketball and the chance to score first in the Epic Recreation third quarter. 30 seconds gone by. Wallenstein to Tingy. Right wing, back to A-Wall. She'll fire away for 3. Back iron, nope. Rebound, tipped, and Wallenstein has it. It's off her knee. She saves it with a diving effort, but Samantha Moon is there for LSR. She'll dribble up court, pass it across the lane. Stacy deflects it. It's on the floor, and Moon and Stacy tied up for a jump ball. LSR possession arrow, so the Rattlers will inbound from the baseline. 28-19, Rich on top by 9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. To inbound is Via-Hable, holding and lobs high to Corson. Fakes the 3, dribbles down, great bounce pass inside to a wide open Hannah Sixkiller. Rebels had started to come out for help defense, and that left Sixkiller all by herself on the left block, easy 2. Left wing, Stacy fakes a 3, drives, steps through the defense, misses, rebound, tipped, and Tingy has it for Rich. Out to Wallentine, right wing 3, swish! Allie Wallentine with the pro physical therapy triple. Tingy with the offensive board, and the Rebels lead by 10, 31-21 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Down on the left baseline, Sixkiller inside to Corson. She plays most of the outside, but she's posted up there. Give it right side, missed shot. Corson runs right over the top of Tingy, trying to get the offensive rebound, and they call it out of bounds off of Rich. Goodness. Loose ball, that's right. Via-Hable to inbound for LSR. She'll go up top. Brown defending on Reddy. Holds and gives to Moon. Stacy held her to just 2 points in the first half, and Moon fires and misses. Cornea with the Rebel rebound. Her second of the contest. She's been limited in playtime because of fouls. Tingy on the right side, and a whistle against Corson. She got a little hip check on Sage as she moved to her right. And the Rebels will get 2 free throws. I usually have a better feel for how the game, at least I think, maybe I'm off on this, how the game will be officiated. Earlier, I thought Stacy should get 2 free throws, and she didn't get free throws. Bounce played. This time I rebound. Sixkiller tips it to herself. Good board. 32-21, Rich up by 11. Down to the left corner. Hable gives back up top. Sixkiller. A couple of dribbles around the top of the arc. Corn out on the defense. Right wing, Moon fires from 3 and misses. Front iron over the top, and Wallentine pulls down a Rebel board. AWOL's first rebound by my tally. Stacy on the right wing, drives, gets past the D, dishes off to Cornea, and the whistle against Sixkiller of LSR. Stacy, boy, if that foul doesn't happen, she hands off to Cornea, and JC gets an easy 2. Coach Jody Stanley takes a timeout. 5:46 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rich on top, 32-21. We'll take a quick comprehensive family dental timeout as well and be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
(32-21) Rebels lead coming out of the comprehensive family dental timeout. 5:46 left, third quarter. I think Coach Stanley recognized the need for her team to get a defensive stop and score some points. Crawford, Troff, and Randolph inbound play to Ellie Brown. She has an open shot but misses just short. Rebound for LSR, but Stacy with the Reach County government steal. Drives, dishes off, pretty pass. Brown can't quite finish. Stacy hammered as she pulls down the offensive rebound. Ends up on the floor trying to put it back up and in. And McKenna will go to the line and shoot 2. So Stacy with the steal, the offensive rebound, and the trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. McKenna this season, 72% free throw shooter, leads the team with 57 attempts and hits the first, swishes it through. McKenna with 14 points in the ball game, and the Rebels have a chance to push their lead out to 13 if Stacy can hit this second free throw. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Work with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Stacy swishes it through. She's got 15. 34-21. Rich up by 13 points. Up across the timeline, left wing to Englehart, and the Rebels knock the ball away, but also pick up the foul. Enough contact there, and it's Allie Wallentine with her third personal. We'll see if that prompts Coach Lundgren to send somebody else in. Not for the moment. Inbound to Moon. Stacy defending man-to-man. Sammy Moon averages 10 points per game. She's got 2 so far in this one. Right baseline, 6-killer, runs into Cornea, misses the fadeaway, and Cornea pulls down the Rebel rebound. Stacy up the left side, into traffic, dishes off, back free throw line to Cornea, drops it back outside to Tingy. She'll hesitate, drive, put it up, and miss badly, but she was hit by 6-killer. And Hannah just picked up, I think, her second personal foul. 6-killer, a junior. Nope, I missed one. That's her third personal foul. And Tingy heads to the line. The Rebels shot just 2 free throws the entire first half. This will be free throws 5 and 6 of the second half. We're in the Epic Recreation third quarter, 5:09 left, and Rich leads by 13. Tingy misses off the back iron at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Tingy will get a second one here. 3 dribbles, quick shot, misses short, rebound, good box out. Caitlin Englehart has the rebound for LSR. Quickly up ahead, Tingy gets back and steals it. Rich County Government steal. Rebels with a championship cause, that's Rich County Government. Good read by Tingy to get into that passing lane and take the ball away. Stacy picks up the dribble, gives it off to Walentine. AWOL across the top of the key. Tingy looking back toward Walentine and gives it to her. Man-to-man defense for LSR, and Rich almost gives it away. Tingy uses those long fingers to get it back, drives in and hits the layup. Tingy with 5 points in the game, 36-21. The ball was kind of ping-ponging around a little bit, and Rich almost gave it away. A little breakdown in defense leaves Via Habel all by herself, and Rich just stands there and watches her go in for the layup. 36-23. Rich loses control but gets it back. Walentine left wing 3. Back iron. Nope. Long rebound out to Englehart. She'll push the tempo. Walentine got back on D. Draws the charge. Easy call there. Walentine was in position, planted her feet, and took the contact. Great defense by AWOL. That may be a candidate for the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game as AWOL draws the charge. (36-23), Rich up by 13 midway through the Epic Recreation third quarter. Walentine backs it out. Rich content to be a little patient here. Wait for the best or a high percentage shot. Brown back out Walentine, right wing 3. Good shot, but just off the back iron. Tingy, the offensive rebound for Rich, and a reach in on Samantha Moon. Hard to see from my angle whether she got the ball, but the official was right there, and he calls the foul. And that's Sammy Moon's first personal foul. Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play for Rich. Stacy to the right corner. Brown to Tingy. Looking for Stacy in that right corner 3 on the inbound play. Not there, so Stacy instead drives and finishes. So weaves through the defense all the way to the hoop. 38-23. Moon dribbles to her right. Stacy in front. Moon just puts that right elbow or that off elbow out. Drives in, misses the shot. Stacy the rebound out in front to Cornea. JC to the hole. Can't quite get it to go. Tingy fighting for the rebound, but pulled in by Skylyn Reddy. Up to the right wing. Englehart down to the right baseline. Picks it up and bounces back outside. Brown pokes it away from Reddy, and then Ellie pushes Reddy as the ball was loose. They fought for it on the Ranger at midcourt here at Kemmerer High School. So Ellie Brown picks up her first personal foul, Rebels' second team foul. It's been a flip-flop in fouls. Rebels had 9 in the first half to LSR's 3 at one point. Actually, at one point, I think it was 9-1 on the foul count. Here in the second half, though, it's flopped. LSR with 6, Rich with just 2. 38-23, Rich up by 15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. At the free throw line, sophomore Skylyn Reddy holding. That's 5 seconds. That was like 12 seconds, and then a foul on Sydney Hatch as Reddy turns and tries to attack the hoop. 2:46 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter, and the foul on the floor. Sydney Hatch's first personal. Inbound, and Cornea uses position to get in front of Reddy, steal it. Rich County Government steal for JC Cornea. Rebels with a bunch of Rich County Government steals in this game. McKee tries to drive past Moon. Help defense comes. McKee loses it, but Stacy there to pick it up. McKenna drives, kicks it back out to McKee, then Tingy, left side, misses the shot just short from the left block. Moving left, shot with her right. Back the other end, and a quick layup up and in. Kylie Evans with the 2. 38-25. Rich didn't get back defensively, and Evans got out in front of everybody. Man-to-man defense for LSR. Tingy on the left wing with it. A few dribbles toward the top. Nope, they've looked like they've switched to a 1-3-1 with Moon defending at the top, and Coach Lundgren asks for a timeout. 1:58 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Rich leads by 13, 38-25 on the station on main scoreboard.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Eliana Brown with coverage of Rich High basketball on Rebel Radio and mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Third quarter action. The Rebels have outscored LSR 10-6 so far here in this third quarter, and Rich leads 38-25 on the station on main scoreboard. Timeouts are brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental. Dr. Sean Grohl, quality family dentistry since 1997. Take a quick moment to thank another one of our sponsors, Bear Lake Realty, the sponsor of our camera. Bear Lake Realty, the highest volume and most experienced realtor in the Bear Lake Valley. BearLakeRealty.com. You can call them at 435-946-8888. That's 435-946-8888. Rebels struggling a little bit to control the ball. A long pass, too long, and turn it over. I've got that as just the first turnover of this third quarter for Rich. I may have missed one, but they certainly have taken care of it better than they did in the first quarter. 5 turnovers and just 3 since that first quarter ended. It's your LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game for so far. Moon into the lane. She gets a little bit of a push from behind as Hatch was defending, following on the defense, and just didn't stop when Moon gave a jump stop. So Hatch picks up her second personal. Rebel 4th team foul. LSR with 6 team fouls, and Kendall Staple checks in for Rich. Staple, Hatch, Stacy, Tingy, and McKee on the floor. That's 4 guards on the floor with Hatch in the middle. Moon, boy, she just lowers the arm and drives right into Stacy, pushes her out of the way, misses the shot, rebound off of LSR, out of bounds. So Rich will inbound, McKee to Tingy. Yeah. Gary McKee, a little coaching analogy. You know these plays. You coached last year, didn't you, Gary? Playing 4 out, he says, so it makes sense to have 4 guards with 1 down inside against the 1-3-1. Stacy drives, pretty pass inside to Sydney Hatch for the easy 2, and Sydney does the rest. 40-25. There's a candidate for the Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet play of the game as Stacy beats the 1-3-1, drives in, draws the defense, dishes off. She was in the air and just dropped it off for Sydney Hatch for the easy 2. 40-25, Rich up by 15. Ball into the middle. Tingy almost took it away from Englehart, but she got it back. Moon drives left baseline. Stacy cut her off. Bounce pass into the middle to the Rebels, and a Rich County government steal for Kendall Staple. Up to the right side. TJ drives free throw line to Hatch. Thinks about a shot, but defense was right there. Good decision. Holds off and gives back to TJ. It's a 1-3-1 with Moon chasing up top and pressuring. Rich goes inside. Tingy, a dangerous pass, almost taken away, but Hatch gets it back. Stacy dribbles right side. Moon had delivered, so it's a 5-on-4, and Staple takes advantage, dribbles around one defender and puts it in with the left hand. Kendall, a southpaw, so that's naturally what she'd put it in with, that left hand. 42-25, long pass. LSR misfires over the top, out of bounds. 6.3 to go in the Epic Recreation third, and Rich will have one more chance to score. LSR puts on some pressure to slow Rich down and not give them an easy shot. Inbound to Stacy. Looks at the clock. Long pass ahead to Tingy. Deflected away out of bounds. 2.5 to go. And Rich inbounds from the backcourt. Just midway between the half-court line and the three-point line is where Tingy sets up for the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Looks left and goes to Stacy. McKenna, long three is well short. And she looks at her arm like, my arm was hit. It looked like a lot of contact, but they'll let the third quarter come to a close without a whistle. 42-25 on the station on main scoreboard. Rich outscored LSR in that quarter, 14-6 4-6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service.
They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
Start the fourth quarter, and possession arrow gives it to Rich to start our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Staple out on the left wing, gives to Stacy. Wanted the three, defense got on her. Kicks it off instead to Wallenstein for the triple. No, just off the front iron. Stacy, the offensive rebound, dribbles once and puts it in with on the right side. 44-25. Rich up by 19. Stacy with 19 points and about 6 rebounds. That's right around her average, 18.5 points, 5.2 rebounds per contest. 7:31 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Quick jumper from the right side, missed. 6-killer offensive board for LSR, and she's fouled as she tries to put it back up. And I think it was Sydney Hatch on the foul. Her third personal, Rebel 15 foul. And Hannah 6-killer to the line where she's 2 for 2 so far today. Those were both in the first quarter. LSR outpaced Rich from the free throw line, 5 of 7 in the first half. They attempted 7 free throws, the Rebels just 2. But in the second half, in the third quarter, Rich went 3 of 4, and LSR didn't attempt a free throw. So Rich 50% from the line. 6-killer swished the first, swishes the second. 44-27. Rich on top by 17. Wallenstein breaks some pressure with the quick dribbling. Rebels work it to Hatch at the free throw line. Miss. Stacy offensive rebound, dribble left side and up and in. Stacy with 21 in the game. 46-27. Rich leads by 19 again on the station on main scoreboard here in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Dribbling to her left. Keisler down in the left corner, gives it off to Reddy. Brown and Cornea set to check in along with TJ McKee. 3-point shot short by Sammy Moon. An air ball bounces once, twice, and out of bounds. Sydney Hatch will inbound for the Rebels. You've got Hatch, Stacy, and Wallenstein on the floor. Nope, Hatch checking out. McKee, Stacy also out. So let me reset that. Brown, Wallenstein, McKee, Cornea, and Staple against looks like a 3-1-1 full court press. McKee sees a lane down the left sideline, takes it, passes into the middle. Brown underneath, Cornea all alone, and that's how you break the press. Fantastic. J.C. Cornea, the easy 2. 48-26, and LSR might have to go, well, let's try a different press or just stop it, because if Rich breaks it that easily, and credit McKee for seeing that lane down the sideline. Moon dishes off to Reddy, but a foul on the floor before Reddy hit the shot. So the foul works against LSR, and they'll be forced to inbound from the baseline. J.C. Cornea picks up her third. Keisler, the freshman, to inbound. 6:24 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. 6 fouls apiece on each team. In the corner, Moon, McKee defending her, bounces across the baseline and missed everybody. Bounces off to another team waiting to play. Turnover for LSR. Rich had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. They've got 3 since then. LSR had just 3 turnovers in the first quarter. They've got 10 since then, and a timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout as well, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental and Dr. Sean Grohl with quality family dentistry since 1997. 6:16 left in the fourth. We'll be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and for the third year in a row, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 100 for quality as well as best practices and critical access, with a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. So, when it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
48-27, Rebels with the basketball against the full court pressure. They do what we normally would call a backdoor cut, and Wallentine easily breaks the press. Rebels taking care of the ball well here in the second, third, and fourth quarters, knock on wood. We're 2 minutes into the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Staple across to Wallentine. Back to Brown. LSR into a 2-3 zone defense, it looks like. Rebels work it around, give it to McKee. TJ, the three, misses just short, bounces over the top, and pulled in by Sammy Moon. Quickly up ahead, the Rattlers push, bounce pass across the lane, and McKee blocks the shot of Skylin Reddy, but also got a bit of the arm, and Reddy will go to the line and shoot two. Reddy, 2 of 3 in the ball game at the free throw line. McKee picks up her second personal. Reddy's first hits the iron to the top of the glass and then drop down through. The back of the backboard is out of bounds, but the top and sides and bottom are not. So hence that one counts. Second free throw off the iron, and Ellie Brown pulls down the Rebel rebound. 48-28, Rich up by 20. Brown with 5 rebounds in the first half. That's her first by my count here in the second. Wallentine left open, left wing, left baseline, triple splash. Allie with her second Pro Physical Therapy 3 of the ball game. McKenna Stacy hit one, as did Taylor McKee. That's 4 triples in this game for Rich, which leads 51-28. McKee defending Moon, pokes the ball away. Moon averages 10 points a game, just under 10, 9.7 to be exact. A whistle and a Rebel foul will send, who is that, Englehart to the free throw line. I was saying that Moon averages 9.7, almost 10 points a game. And between McKenna Stacy and TJ McKee defending her, she's got 2 today. Some good defense by those two specifically, but by the Rebels as a team, just allowing 28 points so far in the contest. At the free throw line, Englehart misses the first back iron. Caitlin Englehart, 1 of 3 at the line in the ball game. LSR as a team, just 51% from the free throw line. Englehart's second swishes through. Well, she has 2 points, 51-29, a 22-point Rebel lead. Stacy weaves through traffic to get it across the timeline and kicks it back out. LSR switched to a man-to-man defense. No, 2-3 zone. Tingy, right corner. Stacy thinks about a 3. Jabs, nowhere to go, skips it across. Brown on the left wing. Ellie, little drive, dishes off. Stacy, step back, long 2 from the left corner, rattles home. Stacy with 23, and Rich leads 53-29, a 24-point lead. Up ahead to Six Killer, bounces back outside and then left baseline, long 2, and swished through by Caitlin Englehart. 53-31. LSR came in averaging 41 points a game and allowing 46. The Rebels already well above that 46 allowed. And LSR on pace for less than their average of 41 per game. We'll see how things finish off. Brown drives, tries to dish off, leads a little too far for Sydney Hatch, and the Rebels turn it over for the first time in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Brown reaches in, gets away with a poke, bounces it away and out of bounds. LSR basketball. Corson to inbound with 4:03 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth, and Rich on top by 22, 53-31. Rebels will play against Saratoga just a little bit later on this afternoon, 4:30. Our pregame starts at 4 o'clock from another gym. And a offensive foul. Kyra Corson, I believe, was the guilty party, yes. And Corson, that's her 5th. Yeah, she just fouled out. McKenna Stacy comes over to give her a pat on the back, say good game. 3:53 left to go. Corson finishes with 8 points. No, excuse me, that was Hannah Sixkiller who has 8 points. Corson did not score, but had a handful of rebounds. Tingy, right wing to Stacy. McKenna fakes a shot, drives, dishes. Brown, one dribble, down to the baseline, misses the shot and the rebound. Ellie Brown fights for it, and a jump ball. Possession arrow, LSR basketball. That jump ball brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Up to the left wing, and Brown, no, a jump ball. She reached in, got a hand on the ball, and she and Caitlin Englehart tied up. Another Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Wallenstein, McKee, Staple, Hatch, and Ellie Brown inbounding. She goes to McKee, double team comes. She's in a little bit of trouble and gets it off, but away to LSR. Bodies on the floor, 4 different players diving at the basketball at different points. And a push in the back on Rich. Rebels' 9th team foul, Allie Wallenstein's 4th personal. 3:19 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. And at the line, shooting 1 and 1 is Caitlin Englehart. She's 50% free throw shooter today and misses short. Sydney Hatch reaches back and pulls down a Rebel rebound on the missed free throw. 53-31, and this is for Rich, a run out the clock situation. Maybe get some points, execute the offense, but be patient. Wallenstein, left corner. May have gotten away with the travel. Gives off to to McKee for the 3. Missed just short. Brown hustles and pulls down the Rebel offensive rebound. Good board by Brown. Then to Wallenstein, in and out on the triple from the left corner. Sixkiller with the LSR rebound. Moon, long pass up ahead to Englehart. Fights through contact. Good D by Wallenstein to avoid the foul but contests the shot. Missed, and Brown with the Rebel rebound. Look at that as Ellie's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th rebound in the contest. TJ beats a double team, dribbles down left corner. Staple back out to the top, skips it across to Brown. Ellie mishandles it but keeps possession and gives to Wallenstein. AWOL, left wing. McKee gets a few chances from the bench. Shoot it, TJ, but she holds off. Staple starts to drive, kicks it back across to Wallenstein. The Rebels work it around to eat some clock. Wallenstein left open, right wing 3, swish. AWOL with her 3rd triple of the game. She hit 6 against KEMMERER on this court last year. She must like this floor. Another pro physical therapy 3-pointer for Allie Wallenstein. Moon bounces into Sixkiller, who dishes off to Englehart, drives and fouled on the baseline. 56-31, Rebels on top by 25. J.C. Cornea will check back in. Rebels, normally in a varsity game like this, they would go deeper into the bench and bring J.C. Cornea and Amanda Schultez and others into the game. But those players are off getting ready for a JV game against Star Valley's JV, so they are not available to come into the game here down the stretch. At the line, Destry Kaiser gets the first free throw to go. It rimmed around and down through. Kaiser will get a second. That's her first point of the game. Keisler, just a freshman, and can't get the second one to go. Ellie Brown with another Rebel rebound, her 4th of the quarter. The free throw hit the front of the rim to the back of the rim and then bounced out. Rebels long pass ahead, mishandled and out of bounds. The pass too high for TJ. 1:47 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. We'll have a real quick post-game show after this one ends, because I got to move into the other gym, the auxiliary gym here at KEMMERER High School. LSR returns the favor on the turnover, gives it right back to Rich with 1:39 to go. So a quick post-game show, and then we'll move over and get set for the Rebels against Saratoga. That our pregame coverage will start for that one at 4 p.m. Staple to Wallenstein. 1.5 to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. In our post-game show, we'll have the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Rebels high pass for Brown, can't hold on to it, and Rich gives it away. 3-on-1, Englehart throws it off of Wallenstein's foot, and they'll call it a kick ball. Yeah, no, it's the middle school. It's the elementary school out here to the right. The Rebels will play at the Canyon Gym tomorrow. The varsity team. It's outside to the west. That's where the JV plays, in the Canyon Gym, Canyon Elementary here in KEMMERER. Bounce pass inside. LSR gives it away. They've been plagued by turnovers here in the second half. That's 8, a total of 13, not bad, but well over half of those in the second half has been a problem. Staple, Wallenstein, Rebels beat the trap. It was a half-court trap more than a press. And with under a minute to go, McKee on the far sideline. That's the right sideline of the Rebel offense. Staple, free throw line to Brown. She'll shoot. Engelhardt blocks it. Brown gets it back, fights through pressure, then tries to shoot, and she's fouled. Now, she'll go to the line either way, but is it 1-1 or was she in the act of shooting? I think she was trying to pass, and so Brown will get 1-1. She wanted to shoot, but when contact came, she changed her idea to passing, and so that's why she gets a 1-1 opportunity. Brown with 2 points, but 7 or 8 rebounds, and make it 3 points. Perfect swish for Ellie at the line. One more Bear Lake Realty free throw coming. Bear Lake Realty. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you work with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Brown second off the back iron. J.C. Cornea offensive rebound, and she's tackled from behind. Inadvertently by Caitlin Engelhardt. I think she just lost her balance trying to get that rebound and fell forward into Cornea. They both end up on the floor. Engelhardt picks up her second. Rich looking to get to 60 points. Well, maybe. They're probably not too concerned about that. You're going to win this one, and Cornea hits the first of 2. JC, a handful of rebounds, 3 points in the game. Another free throw coming. Would make it 59-32 if she can hit it. 45 seconds left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. And one more free throw coming for Korn. Junior, couple dribbles, eyes the target, and swishes. 4 points for JC all here in the fourth quarter. 59-32 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 40 seconds to go. And we'll run out these final few seconds. Rich will get the win and improve to 9-2. LSR will drop to 2-6. 6-killer free throw line jumper short. Sammy Moon, the offensive rebound, and she pushes into the defense trying to drive. Ball knocked away out of bounds to LSR. 29 seconds to go. This fourth quarter has been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. Count on us to care. That's Bear Lake Memorial. Left sideline, or left side, and a long two. Caitlin Engelhardt swishes it through. Pretty shot. 59-34. 25-point lead for Rich, and they'll just look to run out the final few seconds here. 18, 17, 16 seconds. And picked off. A pass, a lazy one. Skyline Reddy takes it the other end and lays it up and in. 59-36. 23-point Rebel lead. TJ dishes right side. Staple holds with 2. One dribble back to TJ as time expires and the Rebels win. 59-36 on the Station on Main scoreboard. A solid win for Rich, and they improve, as I said moments ago, to 9-2 on this season. Another game coming up in less than 2 hours, so we'll take a quick break. We've got a very brief post-game show, including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Nine different Rebels put points on the board in a 59-36 win over Little Snake River. And Rich improves to 9-2. I'll tell you a little more detail now on the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. Rich jumped out to an early 7-2 lead, but struggled in much of the first quarter and trailed by 1 at the end of that first period. Part of the struggle was adjusting to the officials, but Rich did that. And I'm not, please don't take this as criticism of the officials. It was just Rich not adjusting to the officials as quickly as maybe they could have, or maybe they adjusted just fine. Look at the final score and consider that. Nobody fouled out for Rich. Walentine, Tingy, Stacy, and Cornea all picked up 2 fouls just about 5 or 6 minutes into the first quarter, so they had limited playing time in the first, and LSR had a 1-point lead at the end of 1. But in the second quarter, it was all Rich. 17-7, Rich outscored the Rattlers in that second period and led by 9 at the half. They extended the lead further in the third quarter and then still further in the fourth quarter, and Rich went on to win 59-36, led by McKenna Stacy's 23 points. 9 different Rebels scored, if I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Indeed, and Allie Walentine had 9 points, including 3 3-pointers in the second half. Everybody else had 5 from Sage Tingy, 3 from Taylor McKee, 4 apiece from Ellie Brown, Kendall Staple, Sydney Hatch, J.C. Cornea, and Mackenzie Smith. And Rich wins convincingly by 23 points over LSR 59-36. We'll take one more quick break. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. And we'll be back. We'll look at the McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play, the Rolene Kennedy Shot and Play, and the LSR Refrigerated Adjustment of the game when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live. Back on the Rebel post-game show, and real quickly, some items, the McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the game. The Rebels, boy, had a lot of good plays, and I think a few that stand out. We'll go through those here right now on the post-game show. And so the McKay Frankham Dental Services, dental care for the whole family at reasonable rates at 170 Arrowhead Drive, number 1. And I think the couple that come to mind, the Allie Walentine drawing the charge. LSR was out on a fast break opportunity. Rich led by 13, 36-23, and LSR was trying to battle back at that point. AWOL got back and read perfectly where the offense was trying to go, stepped in front, and drew the charge. That's your McKay Frankham Dental Services Precision Play of the game. Midway through that third quarter. Your Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet Shot and Play of the game. Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Chevrolet, a community-driven dealer, and that came later on in the third quarter as McKenna Stacy, was it a block or a steal? I think it was a block, and then she went coast to coast, laid it up and in with the right hand, and that made it 40-25 at that point, coming out of a timeout. And we had some other nice plays, a good play in the first quarter where Stacy got the steal and a layup. We had a great play where Stacy beat some perimeter defense, drove in, dished it off to Sydney Hatch. So take your pick on that, but I think we'll go with Rolene Kennedy's play, the block, and then the coast to coast for Stacy. As for the for the Rolene Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game, we'll give it to AWOL. Rebels were clinging to a 7-point lead early in the third quarter, and Rich trying to get that outside shot going for Walentine, and she buried a 3-pointer to make it a 10-point game, and Rich led by double digits the rest of the way. That was a big shot that it was not a nail in the coffin, but it was a big, almost like, again, not a dagger type shot, but it was a big shot that shifted momentum, and Rich dominated from there forward to the end of the game. Again, a 59-36 win. So there's your Rolling Kennedy Auto Farm Chevrolet shot of the game. And the LSR refrigerated Garden City adjustment of the game. Darren Trish and the entire Wallentine family wishing the Rebels good luck. That LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game, Rich taking care of the basketball. 5 turnovers in the first quarter. They had 6 turnovers in the second, third, and fourth combined. So they had 5 in the first. They finished with 11. Took care of the ball much better after that first quarter and ended up, again, with the win, 59-36. That's your LSR adjustment, LSR refrigerated adjustment of the game. All right, that's going to do it for us here on the postgame show. We're going to cut it short because I got to pack up all the equipment, move to a separate gym, prep a pregame show, and go on in an hour and 9 minutes. So that'll do it for our Rebel postgame show. We'll give more of a lengthy postgame show tonight after the Rebel boys take on Westside. But thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks to you for tuning in. Again, our final score on the Station on Main scoreboard, 59-36. The Rebels with the victory over the LSR, Little Snake River. LSR refrigerated, LSR Rattlers, Little Snake River. The Rebels win 59-36 over the Little Snake River Rattlers. Here at Kemmerer, we've got Rich versus Saratoga coming up in just a few moments. Our pregame will start at 4 o'clock. For today's videographer, Gary McKee, our producer, AJ Lamb, back in the studio. I'm Ryan Steineckert. We thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ-FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Evanston Regional Hospital, Plains Tire of Evanston, by Weststar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, The Store, by the Come On In of Casper, Auto Farm Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of Old West Media. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Evanston's Elin Olive, the Bridger Valley's Jake Hibbard, and production group Preston Bush, AJ Lamb, and Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. And like mylocalradio.com on Facebook to stay up to date with game broadcasts. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ-FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until next time.
Go Rich!